Okay, we are going to set up a Data Studio report to do a gap analysis between SEO and SEM keywords. So, meaning keywords that we're getting a lot of impressions in SEO and not in SEM, or vice versa. First thing we're going to do is we're going to insert a table here, and looks like it's drawing from a blend I created previously. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to pick Search Console, and I'm going to pick Query, and just to keep things simple, I think I'll just include impressions. But I could add clicks, I could add average position, and just drag those in. But for now, we're just going to do the query and impressions. So now, I'll go ahead and copy this table. I can probably just create a new table. It would be just as easy. And I'm going to change the data source to Google Ads. And I've already set up these data sources to connect to a Google Ads account and a Google Search Console account. So it actually defaulted to search term, which is great. I'm going to change the name of this to query. And so we've got our impressions and we've got our query. So now I'm going to shift click to select both of them, and then I'm going to right click and I'm going to say I want to blend data. And I'm going to delete these tables. I just created them to create my blend. So go ahead and make this a little bigger. Now I'm going to edit my blend just because right now it just says impressions, and that's not very helpful. So I'm going to go, and this is my Google Ads. So I'm going to change the name of this to Paid Impressions. And I'm going to go over to this one. I'm going to change this to Organic Impressions. And that is good for now. I could consider adding a filter to filter out cases where either one is a null value, because that is going to get a little weird in the math we're going to do in a second, but I'd actually rather leave them in there. Saving and closing. Okay, so now I have my paid and organic. I'm going to go here and I'm going to add a metric, and I'm going to say create field, and I'm going to say paid organic ratio. And then I'm going to say paid impressions. I should put a parenthesis in here. Actually, we'll go ahead and just leave that as a straight up ratio, because we're not really calculating percent change. That's what I was going to do. Okay, so we've got organic impressions, and then the other thing is it'll default to a number we want it to display as a percent. Okay, so we got that there. I'm going to make this a little bigger, make this a little smaller, make this a little smaller, and I can make this whole table a little taller just so we can see more data. Now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to my paid organic ratio. And I mean, why this is interesting is that we've got, so now we'll go ahead and view this, and should rename the tab so that right now it says copy of trending keywords. That's not a great name. All right, so what this is great for is now I can see, like, here's something that I'm getting a lot of paid traffic for, but I'm not doing well in organic, so this could be something I want to think about, doing some optimization or creating some content so that I get more organic visibility. I might even consider, adding in organic position as a variable. And I don't know, let's just go ahead and do that. So we'll click here. I'm going to go back to edit my data source, and I'm going to do average position. And save. And close. And then I'll drag this and we'll make this a little larger. View the report. So pretty interesting, right? So we have this same, this is kind of telling, like the average position of this keyword is 95. So we are showing up, but by improving the position, my paid campaign tells me that I have opportunity there. And then the other thing I can do is I just change my sort order here, and that's not great, but got a lot of nulls. And again, I could filter those out. The problem with filtering those out is that like I might actually want to know that. I might want to see what cases where I'm not showing up at all. And when we get into more advanced topics with custom fields, I'll show how to actually make this a sortable value. Yeah, that's not great. Okay, so now here we go. So we're getting some values here. I might want to add a filter to show a larger number of impressions. But in any case, like it's a great tool for exploring keywords that you have. You're getting impressions in organic and not paid, or vice versa. And when we get into some more advanced custom field topics, I'll show how to make a field that actually make that paid organic ratio field a little bit more useful. Have it show a 1 when the denominator is 0 instead of failing, and handling null values as well. So there you go.